Hello class, my name is Sydney Garcia and the topic I chose for the final project was Eurovision. Eurovision Song Contest made its debut in the country of Switzerland in 1956. At the time, the contest consisted of 7 European nations, but has grown over the past 64 years to represent over 40 countries each contest. Eurovision has typically been held around the month of May, and the year 2020 has been the first year the song contest has had to be cancelled. Even though this year's broadcast of the competition has been cancelled, the Eurovision Song Contest still holds the title of the longest-running annual international televised music competition via the Guinness World Records. As an American, I had no recollection of Eurovision until Netflix released the movie Eurovision Song Contest: The Story of Fire Saga. After watching the movie, I did some research on the contest and wondered how come I have never heard of this. The contest is a major event in Europe, and after doing some research, I found that even though I may have not heard of Eurovision, I saw its influence in my life. With Eurovision being one of the first song competitions, it amplified the creative side of people instead of their strength, which had often been seen in the Olympics and other sporting events. American Idol, Project Runway, and Blown Away are only a few examples of televised competitions that embrace creativity and talent. Winners of these competitions typically become famous, such as Kelly Clarkson and Christian Siriano. Winners of Eurovision, such as the band ABBA and Celine Dion, are well known for their songs Waterloo and My Heart Will Go On, but I had no idea they got their big break from winning the song contest. Although I had not known what Eurovision was until a few months ago, I have definitely witnessed its influence. It has prompted global participation by representing creativity in many aspects of life. Through media and exposure, Eurovision has made its impact. Most of us are aware that Michael Jackson made his debut in the Jackson 5 or that Kelly Clarkson won the first season of American Idol. But there are many artists that have become household favorites who made their big break in the Eurovision Song Contest, and we had no idea. The next clip I will present is of the band ABBA performing their song Waterloo in 1974 at the Eurovision Song Contest.
Storybook on the shelf is almost repeating itself. Waterloo, I was defeated, you won the war. Waterloo, promise to love me forevermore. Waterloo, couldn't escape if I wanted to. Waterloo, knowing my fate is to be with you.
ABBA is a Swedish pop group that became one of Eurovision's most successful performers after their win in 1974. Their songs include Mamma Mia, Voulez-Vous, and Waterloo, all of which have appeared in the musical and movie rendition of Mamma Mia. The recognition for the movie in America was evident. The movie won a People's Choice Award, Motion Picture Sound Editors Award, along with many other nominations. The musical version of Mamma Mia was also nominated for Best Musical at the Tony Awards in 2002. Aside from America, the movie also won awards in Ireland and the UK. The musical is set on a small Greek island, which makes sense because ABBA's songs such as I Have a Dream and Fernando include Greek and Italian style. I was not aware of the history of the music or cultural influences in the songs until after my research, but I find it interesting that a Swedish pop band who made their big break in a European Song Contest has become a household name with their Greek and Italian influenced songs. I believe the reason ABBA became one of the most successful winners of Eurovision is because of how broad their influences reach. Eurovision was one of the first singing competitions. Before that, the Olympics had been running since 1896, and sports had been being broadcasted since 1939. All three competitions are very similar in the way that they are conducted, but represent different sides of the human race. Music and art have followed the human race, but had never been broadcasted or viewed as a competition before the evolution of Eurovision. In the contest's shadow have grown many other similar competitions like The Voice, American Idol, and The X Factor, which all had their start in Europe and were then picked up by countries such as Thailand, Mexico, and India. Singing and songwriting is not the only artistic talent broadcasted to the world. Just like the Olympics, there is not one sport that is in the competition. Viewers now have a choice on whether to watch glassblowers, cake decorators, fashion designers, and many more go head-to-head. With Eurovision being the first prominent competition that promotes creativity, it has created a widespread wave in other countries to do the same. Unlike sports, where the competitor has to typically be in prime physical shape, that is not required for music. The ideal physique or appearance is not a requirement, and that has been seen in Eurovision and other artistic competitions. The next clip is of Conchita Wurst performing her song Rise Like a Phoenix in 2014 at the Eurovision Song Contest.
From the fading light I fly, rise like a phoenix, out of the ashes seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution, you were won. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn, you know I will rise like a phoenix, but you're my flame.
In 2014, Conchita Wurst won the Eurovision Song Contest. Conchita appeared to be a woman in every aspect except that she had a beard. The LGBTQ+ community is not always accepted everywhere in the world or even in every country attending Eurovision. The disagreement with Eurovision's 2014 winner was evidently seen in Russia, where a campaign protesting Conchita showed images of people shaving their faces in a newspaper. Although some people viewed Conchita's win as a degrading representation of Europe or of their own countries, others took this win and were liberated. Last season on American Idol, Cody Lee, a blind autistic singer and pianist, won the show. His audition video went viral, and the first time I watched it, I was on the verge of tears. Cody's performance struck a personal chord, and I am sure it did with many other people too. Just like Conchita did with others, these performers give representation to a part of the population that people might disagree with or not see every day, but that does not mean that there is anything wrong with them. Eurovision in itself automatically promotes global participation just within its functionality. Most competitions we see now are set within one country and only take competitors that reside in said country. Eurovision keeps its doors open to all countries in the European Broadcasting Union. Okay, that may not be the whole world, but that organization consists of 56 countries, and its impact has still been able to spread to countries that are not a part of the Union. Eurovision has brought artists and culture to many countries, but it has also spread the acceptance of creativity and difference.